Sorry about that, y'all. Ran over time. Ran over time. Ran over time. Second. Okay, what's up, y'all? Good morning. Happy Saturday morning. 22. Saturday morning, 22. I've been shifting my. Oh, sorry. I've been shifting my mic and everything around. Trying to get prepared, but I've kind of had a steady stream of people in getting things, which is fine by me. So, I had seen that Darcy came and left. And, morning, Rune. Morning and goodbye, Darcy. See you later, Rune. Again, Wes. Hey, good morning. We have an updated Wes logo down there. Lock Force logo. Peter, good morning. Oh, wait. Am I too loud? Am I too loud? Let me check. Well, I gotta check my volume levels. Where'd it go? Ooh, where did my volume? There it is. Okay. Sorry. Fred, good morning. Yes, it has been one hell of a week. It's been crazy on my end. Mainly because I've just been stuck on a big project, school project, rekeying a bunch of doors. So it's like every day I got to go to school. Like Wednesday, I woke up and I'm like, I'm not going to school today. Nobody can make me. I vaulted me right back to ninth grade. But every other day I've spent in the classroom learning myself how to read master key. Good morning, Storylock. Lockmania. Okay, so we're talking about parcels. Good morning, Tim. Storylock, did I just say that? My mind is fried. Good morning, Andy. Night Owl, hey, what's up? What's up? Night Owl's getting him a heat wave up there. I saw y'all were talking about that. Good morning, Bart Simpson. What's going on? Doug, good morning. Welcome to live chat. 106 up there in New York, where Night Owl is, area. He hit 106 with the low of 79. Real temperature is 93. I mean, that's like every day down here. But I know, I've been told, Kim grew up in New York, and she said because of the building, how packed and how condensed it is, that like the heat just like sits and our heat, we don't really get a breeze, but if you go down to the coast, which is like 2 hours away, 3 hours away, that coastal air, even though it's hot, helps kind of wash away the muggy. That's what it is now. So luckily I have been in a school all week. I have not had to deal with the heat besides going back and forth. So, good morning, Logmania. Secure Tech, what's up? You're up there in the heat wave too. Kevin, good morning. Purple Skull. James, good morning. Stream's good. It's hot. It's just so bad. It's so sucky here. I'm catching up quickly on comments. Oh, yeah, and you always get the people that yell at you when you're working on doors. Close the door, you're letting the AC out. Sorry, buddy. I try to keep it minimized, open, like yay much. Keep my foot in the way. 94 in Connecticut. Whew, yeah, y'all are really not prepared. Y'all are not prepared for heat like we're not prepared for cold, snowy stuff, ice stuff. It's just the exact opposite. Now, Frank, I've not seen or heard from Frank in a while. He's, whew, telling what Frank's doing. Yes, not morning, of course. Evening, afternoon, night, early morning. Y'all like, let's go ahead and show off. Now, I do, okay, so I was going to go back over just to refresh myself as to what happened last Saturday. I know I had to cut it off because my mechanic came in, but there were some things from last Saturday that I actually wanted to post to get opinions on, to find out if y'all knew what this stuff was, because we are Lock Force. My microphone keeps flashing at me, so I'm going to lower this just a bit. Sorry if we've got a little volume issue spike in here. Let me fix that. So, yes, I ran out of time, and I realized that I still had the question. So we're going to look at Wes's new updated logo first. This is the Lock Force logo. Let's just go ahead and get it out of the way. Let's see, where are we? I don't know where. Okay, Lock Force logo. That's is this one right here? No, that's not that one. Where is it? Oh, I locked it so it wouldn't go anywhere. That's not good. I'm going to have to unlock it so we can show it off. Oh, well, I'm showing off a transparent version, and I don't know if I actually even loaded. It's pretty cool, though. He has adapted, and actually I am liking it more now. And he has the tension tool in there, y'all. Oh, look, I can almost hang up the, like I'm hanging up the key right here. Chink, chink, right by my prison key. Chink, chink, chink. Okay, sorry. So yes, he has the turn and tool. He has the padlock, and now I have that. And we are gonna do dual stickers. I've thought about it, and I hadn't even looked at shipping yet, but I'm gonna actually get some samples. And I know some of the samples are only like little bitty stickers, but little bitty stickers, and maybe we'll get a batch of the bigger stickers, and we'll go from there. So now I've got two good logos. We have two good logos. One for the motorcycle gang, obviously going to have to be led by Wes and Purple Skull. I mean, it fits, right? Oh, I gotta shrink this back down. I had it all nice and shrunk for my little logos down here, but let me raise it up. Okay, let's put it right there. There we go. And for those of y'all who missed it and have not seen any of the other ones, let me relock that. We'll go ahead and just show this all real quick. Most of y'all saw this in the other videos, but I figured if you have not seen that other video last Wednesday, I did a premiere /live/ being crazy. Make sure and go check that out when you have a chance. So some of the things that I got to last week, and definitely let's... Thunderstorms in Ontario. Hey, morning, Ian. Or evening for you, of course. It would probably be a Peterson pry bar because I know Wes has some Peterson stuff. So more than likely he modeled it after that. Good morning, Chef Mel. Yeah, I saw your comment on Magneticized Lock Force 1. Yeah, but unfortunately I'm in Jackson. That's why I don't have graphics on my van, because I'm not going to be a target as much as possible. I'd much rather go incognito. And also we do have a lot of clients that would prefer not having a locksmith van out in front of their mansion. So both of those things combined, I don't really roll with magnetics again. Definitely both are great. Wes, we got a shout out to Wes since he is an actual LogForce member. The guy who did the other logo, Viananini, is not an official LogForce, but he knows where the channel is if he ever decides to stop in and become a LogForce member. He is always welcome because he made the other one dude on Fiverr. So anyway, where were we? Yeah, the questions were correct. Okay, I can't remember, like I was saying a minute ago, I can't remember exactly what I did and didn't go over last week, so I'm going to go ahead and knock those out. The most important one being this key. It's a mailbox key, and I'll put both sides up. Let's move one over. Wait, oh, got to move one over. So, anybody recognize this sucker? Anybody recognize this sucker? And more specifically, where to get it. We have had quite a few people come in. Now, as with any of those cheese ball little locks like that, you could likely use like a Y13 or a Y12 because it'll still go into the keyhole. Most likely the warding on that is pretty non-existent. Obviously on one side it's non-existent. On the other side, as long as you have a key that can pass the keyhole, which I do not have. It's not like something, this is just as a retail shop. People bring these keys in all the time, and I have no idea which one that is. I will give a shout out. I can't remember who sent them, but somebody sent me some Canada Post keys. Was it Tim? I can't remember. One of you awesome guys sent me, and I've actually had a couple of people come in and need those recently. So, LogForce to the rescue. I got to look at comments, I guess, to find out if anybody knows what they are. Let's see. Does anyone know what the DSD number for LO1, like the Clopay? Oh, that I don't know about a DSD number. I don't have that. I don't know. You'll probably find that. I can pull it up on Code Source maybe. But if anybody who watches this right now or in the future, if anybody knows which key blank that is, and or more specifically where to get them, shout out in the comments. Appreciate that. I needed to get to that last week because we've turned way too many of them down. Okay, here's something. So when you are rekeying a building, let's say you have push bars on the door, like panic bars, crash bars, whatever you want to call them. And you have a situation like this. What do you do? I already know what I have done, will do, or will always do in the necessary capacity. I should specifically say, which really is, you literally can't carry all end caps of all brands along with all other commercial parts, right? So, unless you drive an 18-wheeler, which I know some of you guys drive pretty much close to that, but like literally there's so many different manufacturers. I don't even know what manufacturer this is, but I know it's like 15 years old. So nobody's going to have, maybe one locksmith out of a zillion are going to have, are there a zillion of us? I don't know. I don't think there are a zillion of us. I already know what I'm going to do, what I would do, but if you were on a rekey, what would you do? Post in the comments to rectify the situation until you could get the part ordered. Would you A, tape it back up? Would you B, just tell them you don't want to deal with it because it's too much trouble and you think it's going to get messed up when you put it back on the door? Would you C, just use more tape? Or would you D, drill a through hole and mount it onto the door until you could get the end cap in stock? Answer in the comments what you would do right now. I'm not even going to hum it because I'll get demonetized, but insert Jeopardy theme song right now. Answers do not have to be in the form of a question. Use more tape. Yes! It's one. Okay, thanks for shouting me out on the no locks key. One of them Home Depot. What's that? Why that? Yeah, I'm gonna have to find out then. I'm just gonna have to go buy one, I guess, and fit the key and just check to see which one works the best. Yeah, I heard access. Somebody got a safe open with Lock Force. Lock Force. We're getting about a 50-50 on the logos. That's cool. That's cool. Hey, Brian. Good morning. I don't know if I said good morning to you, Brian. Mike, what's going on? You made it. Yes, you made it for the live. Ryan, I don't know if I said hey to Ryan. Chris, good morning. What's up? Mr. Hooligan, what's in the house? Use more gray tape. Well, they use blue tape. Actually, have yellow, white, and gray. The gray tape's the worst. Oh, and I've got camouflage Gorilla Tape. Oh boy, you want to yank some paint off of a door, you can use some Gorilla Tape. That's already going to be yanked off the door once they yank that off the door. But yes, the correct answer is D. D. First person to post right was King Street. You drill a hole through, you slide the almost all panic bars, the little end thingy will slide off. Punch a hole through the panic bar into the door, tap it, screw it back on. Throw some Loctite on there. Order the end piece. Come back later if they choose to have it done. But it's way better than tape. You can reapply the tape if you want, but you can fashion a bracket if you have metal with you and you have the time to do so. By all means, you can always rig up some type of bracket. I've seen them done. I've actually just recently did one on a tweeted. I think I may have even talked about it, but narrow style door. I took one of those angle plates and bent it into position, and then hooked it. But I didn't have the easy quick way to do it. That is perfectly fine. Is about halfway down the end piece is drill a hole through the panic bar, and then when you slide it back, and in fact some manufacturers come with that hole already there, may already be there on that one. Most people don't use it. However, it does greatly support the middle of the bar. Some doors, are all wonky and just yeah. So okay, so that was from last week. Focus, Jason. Did I talk about the Taylor lock? I posted it on Twitter. I can't remember if I talked about that. I think I did. So if not, I will go back on the comments. But I still hadn't had a chance to find mine and do a video on that. It's really slacking on my videos, guys. I look back over my channel and it's like live, one video, live, one video. I need to get back to regular video making. Let's see. We did that one. I know we did that one. We did. What's this? My neighbor getting a new door across the street. Got a metal custom door. Oh yeah, yeah. Look where I had to go. I had to go to the news place because they're funny. Chased a dog all week. This is the week previous still. Can't remember if I talked about her, but spent a good several hours total looking for this stupid German Shepherd. I don't know whose it is, but it is loose still to my knowledge, unless somebody finally caught it. Switch. This was one of the last things at a parts store. I didn't go there for this. I was looking for something else, and I noticed this switch. And it's funny because it's, what is it, $10.49, and I charge $15 to make keys for these. That's the wrong. Yeah, it's $12.49. $10.49. I can't even see it. Anyway, yeah, that's funny. So that is pretty much all of last week's. We're gonna go ahead and skip up to this week and my fun stuff. We saw this guy. He is now named Mr. Stinky Cat Food Thief. He's a little possum that has gotten bigger since last time we saw him. I don't know if it's male or female yet, but it's semi-okay with me, even though I'm like, you go away. And it's all like, And I'm all like, no, you stop eating cat food. And it's all like, ah. And I've picked him up a couple of times by the tail. Everybody's like, look. But even Kim's like, look. But yeah, if you grab their tail and pick them up, just they rarely lunge at you. They just sit there with their mouth open. Look scary. However, there's always those certain few that do decide to lunge at you and sink their razor sharp velociraptor-like teeth. It is snowing in Fondren. I talked about this. I just looked outside. Look, just hold on. Just hold on. You're not going to be able to see it in the camera, but this is just so crazy. I don't know. Okay, wait. Let's hide Mr. Possum, stinky cat food Mr. Possum thief. And I don't know. Y'all probably won't be able to see it, but like, it is literally snowing styrofoam from the freaking hotel up there. It is. That's funny. So here in just a second, we are going to jump up to that camera. I'm going to go over a few things that I have not relocated back to my truck. And then we're actually going to bounce right over to the workbench and we're going to make a few keys. For a few locks, we don't have many. We don't have, well, we have some because I've just been doing recon. I don't have any locks that we've lost this week. We don't have any. BD 861. Let me write that down. Let me write that down on my order form. Thank you, Jose. That rocks. You lock force for life. Let me write that down. BD 861. Sold by Allied. Yeah, I'd way prefer. Well, that's a Blue Dog number though. So Allied's selling some. I love Allied. Allied's a great place for oddball keys. But thank you, Jose. You rock. Lock force. Lock force. Wait, let's flip back over here. Wait. There we go. But yes, it's snowing outside. So I got to get some pins too. 174, 201, and A1207s. I can't believe Acme does not carry American 3-inch shackle padlocks. I've tried so many times to get them. The aluminum body, not the steel body. I think they actually have the steel body. We got a wicked glare right there, don't we, y'all? Sorry about that. Catch up on comments, and then we're going to go ahead and jump over to the front, and we're going to talk about some of the locks that I carry in my truck. I've never really done a truck. Don't really want to do. Somebody has asked me about a truck tour, but literally I have half of the stuff that's in my truck, not all of it, but all the locks are out because it had to go get a tune-up earlier this week. And I still have not put the locks back in there, so we're going to quickly go up front and go over the 2 locks that we've lost this week and some of the stuff that goes in my truck as far as residential stuff. Do a through bolt. Yeah, Night Owl said do a through bolt. I hate through bolts. I really hate them. I saw you talking about that on Twitter, I think. But yeah, through bolts are just not great sometimes. They're great in theory, but they're not designed cohesive, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Found what is architectural mailbox 5141. I'm going to write that down too just in case. Architectural mailbox 5141. Thank you, Purple Skull. You were definitely getting the skull logo sticker. Drill and secure. Yes, Pete. Pete got it right. Pete got D. Just got back from Iowa. Ooh. Use the camo tape so nobody can see it. The camo, looking like that letterbox is a OJ Mar. I'll check that one out too. Hey, William Mansell, what's up? Hey, Bill Bacardi, what's up? Bill Bacardi busting out with the DSD information on the LO1. Yes, thanks, Bill. Absolute Lock Force member right there. Hey, William Mansell. Okay. No, yeah, William. I don't know. Let me catch up. We got a few news joining in. New people joining in. James had a possum in his backyard. They play dead. That's just what they do. Hey, lockpicking patrolman, what's up? Okay, yeah, the $1,000 for the 3-door rekey. I'll go ahead and talk about that. Actually, I'll go up front and talk about that. Yeah, the van does need cleaning. Just bounce it up a little bit. Sorry. Thought it was too loud a minute ago. I don't know why my volume is spiking on my thing. Is that better? Is that better, y'all? That may be too loud. But we'll leave it there for just a minute. Okay, way better. Yes, sorry. It keeps flashing red there, but it's been the same over here for a minute. So actually we are going to go ahead and bounce up to that front camera. We'll talk about the yeah, I had to turn it up anyway. I'm probably going to turn it up max because I'm going to be standing a little bit further away from the mic here in just a sec. But we will go ahead and answer the phone first. Hey, thanks for calling before I moved. SE Lock and Key. Don't do those. I'm sorry. Thank you. Okay. Anyway, let's go ahead and bounce up front. Let me grab my comments. I gotta grab the comments first so I can watch everybody. Hey Sam, what is up? Don's back at it. Okay, we're good. Let's go ahead and shift to. Y'all want. We got to do the locks that we've lost this week, even though there's 2 of them, and we really don't lose them. I'm just gonna refurbish them and sell them, but whatever. We're gonna lose our Lock Force logos because that's a whole separate machine. So we'll be back on that one in just a second. Any day now. I really need to make a new transition, y'all. That one's getting old. Needs to be retired. Hurry up. Alright, we have some Quickset Smart Key. Quickset Smart Key deadbolts that were replaced for Ace Hardware. Ace Hardware deadbolts, y'all. So in this case, I actually downgraded because at least with these Quickset Smart Key, the heavy duty, I think this is what, the 980, y'all. It still has this heavy metal shroud and this extra ring. And I switched it out for an Ace Hardware deadbolt. Two of them, actually. So we're going to bounce these two cylinders over to our other bench camera here in just a second. Which I actually should have not used my transition for this. I should have used it for that. So that was kind of stupid on my part, but whatever. And that literally this week was at the beginning of the week. And I have a Ace Hardware video in the works. I actually had an Ace Hardware video in the works. But I've got two complete deadbolts. Let me pull this out. I haven't pulled this out. I'm getting to where now I take locks from jobs, and they'll just go up here waiting just for the locks that we've lost this week. And this, I had to go out there because the customer did not know how to remove the thumb turners. This part actually, out of the whole lock, the cylinder, if it's functioning, and this thumb turn with the screw, that's the important part, is actually one of the most valuable pieces of this deadbolt nowadays for parts availability. And these are a bunch of old strike plates, just to mention. Ace Hardware strike plate. I think we know a YouTuber who talked about that recently. So, yes, there will be an Ace Hardware video. In the meantime, we're going to go ahead and take these over there and then reassemble after I hose them down. The only other one was 4 mortise cylinders. These have got replaced with different keyway cylinders, so we have those. Those will definitely go. That is, sorry, I didn't even show y'all up close. This brand, that is, and it's kind of good we replaced this one, right? Because that screw is starting to back out. Haven't ever really serviced these doors, and I was going to mention this as well. These 4 cylinders will get thrown in a giveaway, more than likely. And I hadn't really talked about it, but the thing is, when you have a customer who like rekeys often. I don't know why I don't know what I'm trying to go with this, but you get, like, when you're at a building more, there is less chance of maintenance failure, of like lock sudden failure, because as a locksmith company, if you have to say rekey a building once a year, once every 8 months, because of employee turnover, because of whatever, those businesses will have way less chance of like sudden lock failure, simply because through the course of rekeying, as a locksmith, hopefully you would be also lubricating, maintaining, checking. You know, DIY is great for us. I know for mobile locksmiths, it's worse on them, but as a location, we have people bring in stuff all the time, so we really support DIY. As a retail store that sells parts, man, I had to get a dryer part for my dryer. Obviously a dryer part. And I went to a parts place to get it, and it's like, you can tell these guys have been there forever. And when I ask a simple question like, my dryer's cutting on and off, the heat's coming on and off, what do you think that might be? And it's like I guess they race around the question. They never really, we don't know. We don't actually work on them. It's like, your ass has been here for over 10 years. You should know a simple answer. That's like saying, why do you have to jiggle the key in the lock? Long story short, if you maintenance a building more often, they will have way less chance. So it's actually, in some ways, it's better for property owners to be able to have a locksmith and rekey. It's not probably great, in their mind, because they're having to spend the money, but they have less chance of failure. Long story short, it's good to have a locksmith maintenance your building often, pretty often, or your dryer will stop heating. Scroll through the comments here in case I missed something. Yes, make sure and hit that like button. Thanks for everybody shouting out on that. Bye, Logmania. Thanks for joining in. Hey, Ghost, I didn't see you pop in. Take No Squash brought up a very good point on Smart Key. I am very, very particular on Smart Key deadbolt lock. So I didn't really point that out. Yes, so we have stuff up here that we sell for a set price. No warranties or anything, and I would definitely inform people of that. If there is any issue with them at all, I will not use them. Like if I go to reset and it maybe acts funny, I'll try to reset it a couple of times. However, yes, I don't like, so that really boils down to this being the most valuable part out of it. Most of the, in fact, I don't know if I have any smart key stuff up here. I think this is all regular pin tumbler, but I will do, okay, where are we, 11:30? Hey, Ghost. Subscribe and like or we'll curse your dryer. Yes. That's great. Okay, so residential, since we have it out here, I'm just going to go briefly really over my Schlage and Weiser, because underneath my feet here, I think you may be able to just see it. We'll lower this just a second. Wait, lower. Okay, lower easier than that. There we go. So down here, see what happened with the view, and so yeah, we have LSDA deadbolts right here. That's grade 2 stuff. That is 3 single cylinder and 4 double cylinder. I don't know why I have so many double cylinder, and 2 dark bronze. I've done videos on these, but LSDA I like. There's some parts, obviously. I've got 4 classroom knobs up here. Those are going on my school. And here I've got Schlage stuff, but mainly Dexter by Schlage, like that kind of stuff. Mostly for people who want the less expensive option. And yeah, so really, you know, it's finishes. And I've got, of course, new ones. This is just a keyed knob and satin nickel. So most of the cheapy or the J series brands, sorry, you probably couldn't hear me very well, but most of the J series brands are, I mean, they're decent. They're not nearly as good as the Schlage original, which would be up here. And probably saw my video on these, the change in boxes. But here we've got Smart Key, definitely Smart Key stuff. So literally when I get done with this may go down here, because I don't have any satin nickel faces. Of course, I would most likely just drop the cylinder, but Smart Key crap, and grade 2 levers down there. I've got like 4 already in the truck that were in a shelf, so that's going to go back. And then regular mortar cylinders down here on the floor as well. But Schlage is kind of the hardest part, you know, with stocking, as y'all well know, if you have to stock stuff in your truck, is having the right color, the right single versus double. So I got like bright brass, two single dark bronze, 1 double dark bronze. And see, that takes that much room up. This is a refurbished Passage satin nickel. And 619, there's that box difference. And that is a satin nickel double cylinder. And I actually, because I didn't have this in my truck, I missed a chance to possibly upsell it. But the person who wanted it on their door, I don't think would have been happy having it double. So it's probably better for her that I didn't put it in. And there's, I don't know, this is just kind of a refurbished pile. And here's a box of keyed cylinders that I just keep ready to go for, you know, replacement use tail pieces. Dude, all this stuff needs to get back in my truck. But, like I said, it's actually kind of good. I hadn't needed it. I hadn't put it in my truck because I hadn't really needed it this week doing the work that I was doing. Or next week, for that matter. But when I do get the random rekeys, it makes it very difficult when I don't have the correct door locks with me. The water hose on your dryer leaks, Randolph? That's terrible. Huh? Putting in the gif of the water hose. Go said he only had one request for a double cylinder. We have them often, but we are more crime-ish. Crime. It really depends on your crime level, how many doors get kicked in. Ian says that fly is the oldest fly. Literally, we are going to have a birthday party for that freaking fly. I don't know what's up with that fly. I thought they died. Get a lot of requests for double because he service commercial where it's frontage is where it's a fire code requirement. Okay, where it's a requirement to have double? I know. You mean you get a lot of requests to change doubles or put them on? I'm gonna watch that BBC Rogue Traders. It was on my recommended Rogue Locksmith episode. I've seen a couple of those. I don't think I've seen that BBC episode of that one, but I have seen some of the American versions, and I've seen a few YouTube channels who have chased them over the years. Yeah, I mean, here we can have them too. On some doors, it's actually more dangerous to have a single cylinder. Say, in the instance where using a school, for instance, on like an interior glass door, there's no other option. So it's got to be unlocked, and that's why you have people come through schools and hospitals and unlock all the main doors that are going to be used. But if you put a single on there, it's very easy for a kid to go in there and just throw the lock and lock out whoever. Of course, somebody should have a master key to open it, but it's actually more beneficial to have double cylinder on some doors, as long as you check the room before you lock it down, which, you know, nowadays, if they don't check the room before they lock up for the night, then that's on them. All right, Purple Skull, thanks for stopping in. You got to go to the store. I completely understand. I'm just going to bounce over to this table over here because it's 11:40 right now, so we're going to go ahead and shit. Oh, I didn't talk about these Wisers. Wisers. You know, these Cal double sliding bolt locks, these are great for putting on sliding doors, but their packaging sucks so bad. If any of you guys have ordered these, literally they're falling apart as soon as you get them out of the bag. So you got to have a plastic, freaking big plastic bag. Thankfully, Flake. Has anybody tried ordering those big bags from Flake? When you order stuff from Flake, sometimes they'll send these lovely bags. I know you can order them from Uline, but it's like Flake already has them. So I've always been kind of tempted to be like, hey Flake, can you sell me 5 of those big plastic bags? Throw it in my order. I'll pay you 10 cents each or whatever. So let's zoom into the Wiser. Wiser's really popular in my area. I know it's popular in Canada as well. Oh, Purple Skull. No, I'm gonna set up a thing to do the stickers and stuff as soon as they come in. There'll be a link. We're gonna have to automate that instead of just email. That's gonna be too hard to keep track of. So whenever a link comes up for sticker sending out, we're gonna try to automate that through something. Yeah, Ghost, I'm thinking they will. If I'm like, oh, Brian, see you later, Brian. I didn't see you saying you're like, hey, Matthew Ray, what's up? Thank you. I appreciate the shout out on my channel. In Florida, if it's point of egress, it's illegal. Yeah, I mean, point of egress is different from like an interior, you know, a lockdown room, like, you know, computer lab or anything like that, it's a lot different. So wiser in my area, as we can see, I've got most of the common stuff. Speaking of double cylinder, now it's funny because to sell a house in certain parts of our area, if the house has double cylinder on it, they will not pass your inspection. So you have to switch out to single. However, once the new person comes along, they can put double cylinder right back on there. So this is the dark bronze. We have talked about pinning these. If you have missed that video, I talked about definitely never selling it. Like, don't ever shush open it, put it on the door without rekeying it, because the pins are upside down, and they're not pins that are not made to be upside down. They're just upside down. So definitely rekey your wiser locks. You see I have some masters in here as well. That's because literally some of these masters, especially like the biscuit knobs, they are a thinner metal, but they're not bad. They're not bad. I don't say they're great, you know, that. You know what we're talking about here, but they're not bad. However, I will note, those that have sat here for a long time, having stock that is not being used is not great. And my van, I'm sure, has appreciated me not... Oh, look, there's another double one of those. I've got 4 of those. There's a single, there's a Troy, and a Yukon. That's like a bigger knob, and this is like a smaller knob. But as you can see, we've got bright brass Yukons. So the Yukons are cheaper than the Troys. We've got a 26D and a 3BR, which would be right here. There's a Troy entrance. So literally these are 2 of the exact same kind of lock. This biscuit knob here and this Troy. However, wiser keyway. However, the Troy it's kind of a more solid knob, but it works on the quickset frame, as y'all know. Versus just a tubular style, square post style frame. Really, it's kind of a toss-up, you know, to me. 4 goes for the stickers, for the guys who post in live feeds, members of Lock Force. We're working on that, but it's probably not going to cost you anything for the more active guys on here, Saturday Morning Live, Lock Force. Google Forms to the collect addresses. Okay, I'll try that. Thanks, James. Thanks, Purple Skull. Hey, lockpicking gal. I saw somebody say, hey, lockpicker. Oh, there you are. Hey. So it's kind of hard for me to view comments up here while I'm doing this. So to finish this off, we have a single cylinder and the X trim and the what do they call this? I think this used to be called what, the Y trim or something like that. This has the through bolts. It's a little bit different mounting style. It still uses the same latch though. So that's the difference in the bigger versus smaller boxes. Antique brass. I've got a satin nickel down here. Look, see. Oh, dang it. This stuff be jumping out of the packages. And then all the way down here, we've got satin nickel single and then a heavier duty satin nickel. So really, you see my most common one right now is the dark bronze is still. We are shifting a lot more to satin nickel, y'all. That's kind of the innest thing right now. And let me tell you something. When people call and they say it's chrome, that could be bright chrome. Not really much nowadays. That could be brushed chrome. Wouldn't really be on a residence, but most likely it's satin nickel. Or it could be, see, I hate this top. Let's see, let me shift this real quick, and we're gonna go ahead and bounce the camera over to the top and make some keys for some of the locks that we lost 2 weeks ago. So that I can claim, that we worked on locks in this video. So from certain angles, antique brass does look like satin nickel. And look at the difference. Look at the weathering on that. Ooh, I don't know how long this was out, but likely I would guess in the well, these have only been around for what, 5 years now? So there's a good indication of how it looks. I didn't really get to the, I've got a box of LSDA. We'll pull the camera back real quick because we are going to be shifting it to the other side. But all this has to go back in my truck. Actually, I'm just going to pull this because it's so heavy, y'all. It's so heavy. So heavy right here. And we can zoom in by clicking this little button, maybe. Yes. Yes, that makes it easier for me. My LSDA box has overfloweth. Basically, we have quickset copies. And single cylinder, double cylinder deadbolts. All 32D. Bright brass, antique brass. This is rental stuff most of the time. And we're going to be doing a video on oogs, which there's, actually if we pull these quickset lookalikes off, we have what I call the Defiant or the Gay House lookalikes. This is just the tubular version that uses the latch like that, versus the quickset style latch. I've got, it's like 3 brass of each one in here. I'm going to be doing that Ace video. I've actually adapted it a couple of times, and I'm going to be talking about maybe the difference between all the conical shaped blocks, because that is something to consider. There's, 5 different people who make conical shaped blocks. So yes, we're gonna run that thing again because I don't want y'all to, or actually I can just shift camera. Let me just do that. I'll wait just a second, we'll get it shifted. Yeah, it's the easiest way to do it, keep y'all from getting seasick from me moving stuff around. And mute. Crap, I forgot I was muted. Sitting here talking, forgot I was muted. So I would not be a great, what I was saying was I would not be a great office employee because I hate being stuck in one spot. So, yeah, did not like that at all. I got into the computer thing for a while, but I think that's the reason I was never overly fond of being a true computer guru. I'm going to pull this mic just as close as humanely possible. And we're going to switch camera again. Since I'm sitting right here, let me catch up on comments. Make sure I hadn't missed anybody. And then we're going to jump over there, rekey a couple of locks real quick, and we'll be done with this Saturday morning live. Literally, just so you know, it's just a couple of quickset locks. And a tad bit of counter cleaning, because that's the whole point of Saturday morning live, was me to actually do crap. Obviously, from my front counter up there, and my back counter over here, we have whole lot of issues going on, so I gotta get to actually doing what I'm supposed to be doing on Saturday. So I'm gonna run back over the comments while I'm sitting down in front of the camera. Plus it made me tired up there. Okay, we were going back over double cylinders, stuff like that, egress. Lock force. Satin brass. Matthew plugged in satin. Oh my God, satin brass. I did a Schlage satin brass video about the screws and the latches, antique brass. They sent antique brass screws. I don't know if they still do, but I did jump on Schlage about that. I know for a fact at least their marketing department knew that I was somewhat displeased about the color difference in satin brass, but if you will look really close at the screws and the latch, they send antique brass instead of making a satin brass finish. I hate satin brass. We have a customer that's into that. Satin chrome, yeah. Most people think that satin nickel is finished, but nickel is satin nickel. There's just a big confusion over that color. You have to be very specific. See you, LPB. Oh, ribs. That sounds good. All right, Bill McCarty, thanks for joining in. I appreciate it. You don't want to stay and watch me rekey a quick set of locks? What's wrong with you, man? What's wrong with you? See you later, Bill. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and jump over there just so that I can say I actually did something. Yay, Jason. Yay, me. And then we'll jump back over here and we'll say bye to everybody. So bye, Bill. Everybody else who is staying, wait 1 second. You wait right here, and I'm going to switch to this screen because we have to have Lockforce logo up for this. Did I go over everything that I was supposed to? Oh yeah, I forgot about the microscope. Did y'all see this on Twitter? I had a lot of comments about that. Smoking the blank. Few lock people, non-lock people were like, "Are you lubricating that?" Or this came in Saturday, about 30 minutes after Saturday Morning Live, 21. About 30-40 minutes after, I had to make a key for this. Everybody here I'm sure knows about smoking the blank, but it opened a chest that had been closed. I think he said from 92 or 93. Had a microscope, a Bausch & Lomb microscope in there. Posted this on Twitter. Pretty neat little thing. It took me about 18-20 minutes total to get a perfectly working key. Hey, which, you know, things like that, it's one of those things where it's really only a value to the person. I mean, it's a nice microscope. When I opened it, it was like, the microscope was built in, I think he said 62 or 63, something like that. Mid-60s. Hadn't been opened since like the mid-90s. And that was first in. It was there was some corrosion going on the bottom, but yeah, I only had to use one key. One key got in. And when you smoke the blank, you're looking for those little marks. Oh, sorry, shit. Dang it. You're looking for those little marks. Sorry. Okay. And yeah, microscope. There we go. One day I'm going to figure out this damn streaming stuff. Keys by mail. 2014. Somebody, they were freaking out in 2014 about keys by mail. And what else? We're going to run through this. Oh, yes, Wiser thing is when you take these off of a door, you have this left over. Can you see that? That's one of the problems with these fashion. I think this was what the fashion handle set. I hated these things so bad. I've actually done a video on those, but when it goes dead, when it breaks like toast, you can't fix it. The interior doodad and the cylinder. There were actually 3 things wrong with this one. So I was just like, sorry, you gotta hang it up, but that's the biggest problem. Now, obviously, the door needs to be stained anyway, so you just have to tell them, hey, guess what? Along with the cost of the new lock, you get to stain and sand your your door. So that covers everything in my feed before we jump over there. Oh, the 3 rekeys for 1,000. Thank you, Wes. 3 rekeys for 1,000 was a popular chain restaurant, I guess I will say, here in town. Obviously, had to go out and tighten a D-Tex room cylinder back on the door. Do y'all just cut D-Tex keys? Anybody who does lock work, do you carry a ring of every one of them, like the 20 common ones, or do you just cut it, or do you just pick it? It takes too long to pick it, especially since they're mostly nasty locks. But I usually cut it. Now that I got a lishy, I can just clip it out. Yes. Apparently, somebody locally here charged this chain restaurant close to $1,000 to fix 3 doors. These were conceal rod vertical devices. Boom, glass doors. Boom. And rekey and fix 3 doors. 2 of them, that, and I guess the D-Tex that I worked on. Not a one worked well. One of them was dragging, not the flame breathing dragon, but like dragging when it closed. And the door closer was bad, so it was slamming as well. And come to find out, he was like, yeah, the last person that came out charged us about $1,000. He said close to $1,000. I was like, what did he do? He said he changed the locks and fixed the doors. I said, well, the doors don't work well. He goes, they haven't since he left. And I'm like, and I was like, well, man, you got scammed. Hate to tell you, you got scammed, bro. And he was like, well, so-and-so got scammed. It didn't come out of my paycheck. And I'm like, yeah, but y'all are the people that may have called around, so y'all need to be careful. And I gave him my card, and I was like, dude, don't get scammed. Hey, Pocket Woman, what's up? So anyway, that is the scammer. Got a scammer in town. And I actually had 2 jobs same day who had used this particular person who I did not know, did not think was a scammer. Of course, I'm not going to mention any names, but it's just a damn shame when I kind of thought it when he came on the scene. Turns out he got a lot of good reviews. And now he has not answered the phone in a week, and apparently was Mr. Scammer. So, alright guys, let's jump over here to the other camera. We're going to rekey a couple of locks. It's 12:05, so we're just going to rekey 2 quick sets as quick as we humanely. We're being very humane today. As quick as possible. Then we're going to jump back over here, and Night Owl carries a big ring of 30 keys. Yep, I always say you can't ever pick them at that first point. It's too much of a pain in the butt. So, yes, I don't know if I missed some comments. I apologize, but I'm going to go ahead and bounce over to this other camera. If not forgetting the microphone this time. The microphone that's got to go over to the other camera. Oh, that's Mel.
How you doing today?
Good, how are you?
Alright, so you look like a twin. She said, yeah, next up.
Yeah, she is.
I'll see you now.
Alrighty, have a good one.
You too.
Flake's new catalog, yay! Flake's new catalog, expanded I'm making sure there's no pricing here. Yeah. Flake's new catalog just showed up. There's pricing on the back. Okay, time to go. Time to go over here. We are not going to transition. We're just going to, yeah, we got it all. There we go. Look at that. Dang. What do y'all want to do first, y'all? Do you want to do the chrome one or the brass one? Chrome one or brass one? Or the smart key? Post in the comments. Which one? You got to tell me. Yes, I remembered the mic this time. Okay, but I did forget my pad. Chrome or brass? Chrome or brass, y'all? I think the chrome, which is actually brushed chrome. I'm actually seeing a lot more brushed chrome on on okay, everybody's saying brass. We're gonna go brass. This is that Ace hardware lock. We're gonna have a whole separate video. Whew, go away. And actually I was comparing it to this one, so let's bring the camera. Let me shift the angle just a bit more. There we go. That's the great thing about having this up here is, and actually I could probably lose my zoom, right? Let's check that. The zoom feature. See how that plays out. Boom. Okay, so bench work time. Zoom needs a safe place to go though. I'll put it in my pocket. Yes, it's messy. My worktop it's been getting piled up, y'all. Okay, so I got the mic pretty close. If everybody can hear me, I've got it cranked up just as much as possible. I believe I do. So if you have any trouble hearing me, let me know. We're going to try and bounce this off. You know, I hate this. This is the one thing I hate about Quickset is that this stupid mechanism where you spring load it, because it always, well, not always I should say, but it slips off that spring loaded part right there. I don't have any keys ready to go, so I've got a bucket of them. Come on out. And we're going to make keys for these and put them on the for sale rack, and then bounce back over to the desk so that we can finish up today's live broadcast. I'm going to go over the comments mainly when I get back over to the counter, but as always I have them up here. Sound good, great. Brass, we were doing brass first for sure. Shimmy, shim. Let's see, how does lockpicking lawyer do it? Okay, I feel a slide out of 5. Alright, I feel a little bit more slide out of 4. There's a slide out of 3. Oh, and it turned. No, I'm just messing. Mr. Popular on the YouTube's getting up there with Mr. Puzzle and all those other ones nowadays. Good guy though. In fact, I'm going to send this. I think I'm going to ask him if he wants me to send this Medico pic to him, because I don't, y'all know I don't pick on camera. I've actually got a double one somewhere around here. Probably if LPL ever sees this, I'll send him a message on Twitter. But I was going to let him try these stupid Medico pics. This actually looks like a good candidate for the smart key. So let's use, since these are going to be, most likely they'll get resold to, okay, there's a gatehouse key set, and I've actually got a gatehouse over there, so that'll be, this is how my counter gets messy, y'all. There's another set of gatehouse, and I don't really have many original Quickset. We'll just use this defiant. How about that? Now we'll use this fake Quickset. Let's see. Looks like 5, 4, 3, 4, 3 to me. We'll just give it a shot. Yep. I blow it at your, you know what. 3 and 3. I'm trying to kind of stand sideways so that y'all can see and talk loud, because I'm talking quiet. So, all right, this one is going to go back in to circulation. It's in fairly good shape for a lock we lost this week. I mean, it's pretty much brand new. You never know. That's one bad thing about Quickset is the handing. Sometimes you gotta almost, when you're going back to, when I'm putting these back on a door on a house, I'll actually carry these back in the house like this, put this in the door, and then that way I come in, and if this is centered, I just take and snap in, turn, check. That way you don't have to remember which door did what as far as the handing goes. And screw these down just a bit so they're equal. And we are done with this one. And we will do the chrome. I'm not going to do the gatehouse one because it, again, is going to be in its own little video. Trying not to screw up my future videos with live stuff, so that y'all are watching fresh content. This is one of my pet peeves. Seriously, I'm doing this to myself too, because most likely I'm just going to use this or have to rekey it. One of my pet peeves is people screwing it all the way down when they take it off of a door. So let's put you right there, and then we will do the chrome one. Let me check in on comments. What's up, Jeff Moss? How's it going? You're in time for some high-tech stuff right here. High-tech stuff going on. Rune said, oh, they call it quick set because you can set them in seconds. Yep. Salty air destroys these, yeah. That would be the one good time when you'd probably see those guys on coastal areas. But even this will turn green and nasty too. So, Matthew, I did not see you leave. Bye, Matt. See you later. Jeff Moss in the house. Lock Force Unite. Yeah. Oh shit. So there we switched to plastic. So this must have been an older quickset right there. So we see there definitely a plastic spindle, so this will be a new generation of it. Gotta love cheap. You know, I did not bring those two. We got to flex this thing as well. So we're still saving this. We're gonna use the Defiant for this one. My shims. Shimmaroo. And I'll take, I gotta trim my shim there. Maybe. It's not too bad shimming these unless they're corroded. There was 3. And I almost never have to shim 1 and 2 because it usually opens right up. You'll see I'm going to be straightening. This will be straight soon. It'll be straight soon, but only for a very short time. If Tyler was here, I have not seen Tyler in chat, but if Tyler was here, he'd be yelling at me that I'm supposed to be checking these top pins. However, there's 2 or 3 clues that you can use when you're rekeying locks if you're rekeying a bunch and you don't necessarily have to check. Number 1, check the first couple. If there's no master pins, you're most likely safe. Not to say that there wouldn't be. The second thing is when you go and you pull the key out, if there is a issue upstairs, then you'll feel it. You should be able to feel it when you pull the key out. So we got 44113. I'm going to go ahead and pin this one up. Oh, I'm getting, gotta get cover up here. So yeah, if the key is really rough coming out, when you go and you do that, this is super smooth, so I could come in, you know, there may be, you never know, there may be a master pins. You see these a lot with rentals. You can come through and check, but most of the time, like at least 90% of the time, there's a little spool right there. Get down. You're going to be able to feel it when you're checking your key. At some point, you're going to be able to feel it if there's an issue going on up here. And when you pull it apart, you can tell if there's a pin missing. You know there's a chamber missing upstairs. So definitely, at that point, you would want to check. I did that one way. Let's do this one this way. And so we have us, a couple of... say $7 locks. Normally these are 13 or 14 something dollars. So these will get marked down to about $7, thrown up on the front counter. And I'm gonna go actually throw them on the front counter real quick and grab those 2 smart key, and we'll knock those out. We'll key them both to the same key and include just like 1 key with each one. And like somebody mentioned earlier, put a warning on it. Put a definite warning on it. Okay, here I am. I'm back and we're almost done. Literally, this one I'll take but a second. I got this thing living again, y'all. It actually works better than my new one does. My new one's being more problematic. I still have not tried the better resetter, but one day when I think about it, I'll order. In the meantime, I've been ordering so much other hardware, it's hard to squeeze in extra curricular stuff like a $40 tool that I really don't need. So with these, we can see a lot of fuzz in here. I'm going to go ahead and do this definitely before I rekey, smart key, rekey. I do it before and after. Get a good lubricant going there. And definitely use either your own code cut key or a pre-cut key set. And I'll check it first, obviously, to make sure the old key doesn't fit the new key, or old lock doesn't fit the new key. And we'll just stick it in the red hole and be good to go. I've been playing that City Skylines, y'all. I talked about it a couple of back, and there's a garbage dump that's a red hole, and this reminds me of that. Oh, I don't have a, my poker is on my keychain, and Dad blasted. Hold on, let me reach over here and grab a poker. Stay right there. Normally I don't like letting go of that while I'm in the midst of doing it, but whatever. Can't hurt it anymore. It already is if it's that way. So yeah, because it kind of goes back. But anyway, we're good. And smart key, push. Doop. Push out from the back and check it. I mean, it feels good. Can definitely get replaced if we have a core that goes bad. I mean, if one's not working and this is working, you replace it with one that's working, right? These work. So this part is definitely the most valuable. Ugh, crunchy, crunchy, crunchy. Always push it out from the back. I feel like the motion of pulling the key is not good. And I'm also real careful too. So I'm pushing in right here, holding right here. Real careful on usually the sidebars on that side. So I'm real careful to hold it in as I'm pushing or pulling the key out when I'm testing. So, you know, because something could be wrong with this clip and you go to pull and next thing you know, poof, and you don't have a replacement cylinder, so guess what? You're SOL. But there we go. One key each for you. Throw these in, probably go in my smart key box. Most likely won't. Come on. Why aren't you going in? What the heck? Always use the right tool for the job. There we go. Always use the right tool for the job. And after this, I'm going to, don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to straighten all this up. Things need to be hung. Things need to be sorted into their appropriate containers. And it just needs to be cleaned up in general. So let's turn this back to its rest position. And we are good to go. We're good to go. Let's go ahead and move back over, y'all. And we will finish up this broadcast. We actually did lock work. I'm so proud of us. Well, I'm so proud of me. I'm always proud of you guys, but I'm proud of me today for actually doing actual lock work for Saturday Morning Live 22. Yay! All right, camera shift, and let's wrap this sucker up for the day. I know y'all have things to do other than sit and watch me goofing off on YouTube, right? All right, so gonna catch up on comments real quick. I brought the camera or microphone with me. We'll catch up on comments. And everybody's probably talking about the quick sets. Yeah. Lock Force Unite. Everybody, Lock Force Unite. So we got to do the big version of this. Let's go ahead and get it up. It deserves to be bigger right now. So we'll make this guy bigger, and then we'll make Wes's guy bigger. As a joke. So when Wes made this, I didn't know he made it. He just said, look what was posted on Lockforce. And he trapped me by doing that because I was like, my first comment was it's dark. Not knowing that Wes had himself made the logo. So he has jokingly named it the dark logo. So Lockforce Unite, guys. I appreciate all y'all who have stopped in today and every Saturday and Wednesdays and everything else who stopped in to be part of Saturday Morning Live and Lockforce. We will have stickers soon. I'm watching, and now that I've started watching for stickers or going to places, guess what my feed is full of, and that is nothing but sponsored ads for. No, don't park in my spot, ladies. I know y'all aren't coming in here. Yeah, I'm looking at you. We're open. See the open sign? Thank you. Got one freaking spot out there. Normally I have two, but should have left two. Okay, Paul. Goodbye, everybody. Paul, Maroon, Chris, everybody who's still here, who's endured the whole thing. Hey, Shane, you were tuning in a little bit late. I appreciate everybody who has always endured the whole Saturday Live. We appreciate you guys tuning in and making sure and hit that like and subscribe button. Oh, the title says 21. Dang it, I got to go change that. 21 was last week. It is 22. The picture had 22 in it. So I will change that as soon as it uploads. I can't change it until it uploads later. So, yeah, we missed the storm. Barry was nothing but a gentle rain for a longer than normal period. No big deal. No big deal. Appreciate you checking in on us. I know there is still flooding issues down in New Orleans and areas. So it's not of a big deal to them, but here, everywhere else, it was just a gentle rain. So it got bad a couple of times, but nothing, absolutely nothing to worry about. Zombie Lockforce. But I appreciate you checking in on me. Certainly, Glenn, I appreciate that. Everything was good. David Mack, thanks for tuning in. Lockpicking's gal. Appreciate it. Yeah, we're going to have both stickers once I get the, we're going to have versions. We're going to have different sizes. I don't know what I'm going to get first. It all depends on shipping charges from the sticker place to me and what sales I can catch. So I know some of them are going to be small. I'm going to try to get some that are like the 3-inch, but those are pretty big. So I don't know. I'm going to see how the small. I think maybe the small ones would be cool. Maybe one of each. I don't know. We're figuring it out. We're still working on that. But I appreciate everybody, definitely, who is in Lockforce. That is you guys here today, right now. Every one of you is a Lock superhero. This guy over here to my right, or even, if you're so inclined, this guy over here to my left. Try to get both of those out there soon. And there will be a whole separate video for that, just so I can post the link once I figure out. James recommended Google Docs. Once I figure out the best way to do it, we'll figure it out then. So far the deals have only been like $50 for $9 or $30 for $9, but they're like small. And then there's like 10 for $9, and they're like the bigger ones. So I initially said, and I'm kind of doing this as by what I initially said, and I think I initially said I was going to try to order the 10 from Sticker Mule, and the top 10 live commenters who have been here the longest will definitely be getting those, as far, and you know, people like Wes and who has made the logos, the locks. So anyway, the first 10, 2 of which are spoken for, so technically the first 8, and then after that we'll get more out, and we'll start getting we'll figure out a secure way to do the mailing part of it. I don't know how to do all that yet, but we'll work on that. Vistaprint, yeah, we looked at Vistaprint prices, and they everybody's a lot more proud of stickers than I thought. So, you know, but luckily we've only got about 30 to 50 active users who, so then the rest maybe we'll put up for sale, or maybe if you want more than one, or whatever the case is. But definitely you guys, the actual Lock Force members who are out there, will definitely be getting one once we figure out all the logistics. But in the meantime, I'm going to wrap it up because I have to go kind of deal with that stuff up there. I've got to go deal with that stuff right over there. And I've just got to go deal with stuff, stuff. So, appreciate all you guys, Lock Force, and non-jokingly, all you guys who subscribe and like our videos and comment and interact with us here. We appreciate it. It would not be anything if it was not for all you guys, because otherwise I'd just be sitting here talking to a camera for no reason. So, as always, I appreciate everybody who tunes in for Saturday Morning Lives, checks out our videos, and make sure you're subscribed, because still look at those analytics. There's still a crap load of people out there who are not subscribed but watch our videos. So double check at the end of this video. I'm going to put up a thing. Go to our channel, make sure and hit that subscribe button, a notification if you want to. That thing doesn't work great for me. I don't see the point of it, but it's good to have other little options there. So anyway, thanks for joining in. My guy here and my guy here, which represents all you guys out there, guys and gals, of course, y'all. I forgot to mention last Wednesday when I was talking about that. Got y'all. That's y'all. Y'all. Thanks for joining in, y'all, and we will catch you next video. Probably to talk about a crappy Ace Hardware lock. And it won't be sponsored by Ace Hardware. Catch you next video, guys. Y'all have a great weekend. Have a great upcoming week, and see you next time. Yay! Lock Force, unite!